Today we're going to be designing a website banner in Photoshop. So you're going to start off with a canvas that is 1200 by 600. I'm using the AI images that I generated in Midjourney, and we're going to place them on our canvas, and I'm going to use the object selection tool to remove them from the background. With this tool, all you need to do is place your mouse over the subject that you would like to remove from the background. In this case, I have two subjects I want to remove, so I held down the shift button and clicked both of those subjects, right click, and then hit layer copy, and this will create a new layer of those subjects without the background. And then once you do that, you can hide that original layer so that way it's removed, and that way you're only working with that selected subject. Now to designing the banner. I'm going to change the background to black so that way this matches the brand's aesthetics. And then we're going to duplicate this layer, and we're going to expand it and add it to the background. And we're going to lower the opacity. I like to do this just to fill up space in the background so that it adds a little bit more to the design. Because there ends up being a lot of blank space, this just gives it an extra added element without having to do too much. So now we're going to take this same layer and we're going to blur it. We've already lowered the opacity, but now we're going to use the blur tool to blur the image out a little bit more, because we want the image to be seen, but we want it to be a little less prominent, if that makes sense. So we're going to increase our blur tool strength to 100%, and then we're going to just rub that over the full image layer so that way it blurs it out. And then you'll see me just adjusting the opacity a little bit more to get my desired results. And then next we're moving on to the black fade effect. So to do the fade effect, we're going to add a new layer, and then we're going to drag that new layer up to the top. Select your brush tool, and then you're going to increase the size up to 1400. Make sure the hardness is at 0%, and then you're going to flatten the shape of the brush so it's not a full circle, but a shape that can stretch along the bottom of the canvas. So once we've added that fade effect to that layer, we're going to lower the opacity so it's not so harsh. It's got a nice gradual fade effect going on to the image. Next, we're going to add in our text, and I'm going to speed this part up because it's kind of self-explanatory. You're just adding in the verbiage that you want on the website banner, choosing the font that best fits for the aesthetic. So the font that I used is called Liani for the larger text, and then for the paragraph, I used Object Sans. So now that I have all of my text on the canvas, what I'm going to do is place a rectangle behind the words "Our Promise," and I'm going to make that rectangle black, and then I'm going to also put a stroke on the rectangle that is white, so that way it gives it an extra nice effect and breaks up the text a little bit and fills a little bit of that open space. So now you'll see me adjusting the text layers. I'm going to expand and move them around a little bit and just playing with the layout until I'm satisfied. So next you're going to see me create a really cool text effect. I duplicated the Volux layer, the text layer, and then I expanded that. And on the layers panel, right next to where it says opacity, it says normal. What we're going to do is go through the list and select overlay. And what that does is it transforms the text to where it's see-through. So once you've selected overlay, then you can just adjust the text to where you would like it. This is a cool effect to add on top of or behind in the background. I wanted this text to go over them so that way it's visible. And you'll just see me adjusting the size, and then I also end up deleting most of the word and just using the V out of the text. So that's basically it for the website banner design in Photoshop. Comment below if you have any questions, and let me know if this tutorial helped or what I can do to improve for the next one.